What's going on YouTube? This is Luke Mindpower. Welcome back to another vlog. Welcome back to another video. Welcome back to another episode on the Luke Mindpower YouTube channel. I hope you're feeling great. I hope you're feeling positive. I hope that you're having a great day wherever you are around the world. If you're not, I hope that after you watch this video, feel inspired, empowered, and you have a change of heart, or something sparks in your mind and you feel a little bit more on a higher vibration. But today I'm going to talk to you about relationships and marriage. Now, I haven't been married personally, but I've been so close, 1 week away, that it didn't happen. But anyway, I've lived with my sisters for the last 15 years, if not longer. I have witnessed their relationships. I've had to deal with one of my sisters getting divorced. I've had to see my sisters raise their children, what it's like to be a mum, what it's like to be a dad, witness my brother-in-laws bringing up my nieces and nephews. So I've been around it all my life. I'm 36 years young and I'm proud to be an amazing uncle. I've had my own downfalls and breakups and heartaches in my own relationships, and it hasn't been easy. It's been challenging, but I've learned so much. Now, before I begin, don't forget to click that red subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you can get notified every single time I upload new content. Now, the question today is about being in a marriage and what to do if your partner is cheating on you or is ghosting you and is always disappearing. Now, put two and two together. If someone is in love with you or respects you or is in a relationship with you and all of a sudden they're ghosting or they're disappearing, and they're not showing up and things, there's these signs that you're seeing that don't make sense, you've got to start asking some really serious questions. And this is where it takes your courage to actually stand up for yourself and say, hey, you know what? This is not what I signed up for. And this is the struggle, because we build these relationships with people and they have a certain expectation over us. And sometimes we form these relationships where we sometimes feel guilty for even questioning the other person and what they're doing, even if they're doing something wrong, right? So they have created this psychologically manipulative communication between you and them, overpowering you and lowering your self-worth, lowering your confidence, and lowering yourself so that you don't feel content and strong enough to actually question them, right? And look, in their defense, they might not even be aware that they're doing it, right? But when you're disconnected from your heart and you've gone through a lot of trauma and you've gone through a lot of negative experiences in your life, and maybe you've disconnected yourself from the relationship itself, over time, this does happen in marriages, in relationships. It's sad, but it's true. You know, and whatever that reason may be, this is the repercussions of being in a relationship. But the point of it is that for someone to cheat on someone, there's completely a disconnection. There's the lack of love, there's the lack of empathy, there's the lack of attention and affection that you once had that is no longer there. And so if you see that happening, that someone is cheating on you, or you find out, obviously not saying anything is not the right way to approach it. And for you to feel like you're just going to let it go and you're just going to continue and you're just going to make a settlement and say, well, look, I do have a house, at least I've got kids, I'm just going to let him do or let her do whatever she wants, right? It's so important for you to grow and get the courage. More so, grow into the courage, because you have the courage there. You've got to trust yourself. You've got to listen to your intuition. There's probably little signs that are happening, whether it's, you know, that your partner using their mobile phone or taking their phone with them, specifically maybe to the bathroom all the time. And you're noticing these little signs that you have to pick up on, that you will realize that, hang on a second, this is not right. This is confusing. I really feel like this person's doing something shady behind my back. Maybe you notice a message or an SMS on their phone that is from someone who they used to be in a relationship with, or whatever the case may be. Everyone's different. But when you see red flags, listen to them. Don't dismiss them. You know, I have had my own experiences in relationships and in business where I saw red flags. I I saw discrepancies or inconsistencies with the relationship and with communication, and yet I never stood up for myself. I never opened my mouth because I just thought, nah, this person, if I say anything, this person's going to think that I don't trust them. So I wouldn't even open my mouth, you know, and then it just continues on, it prolongs, and then that person realizes that they have the power over you, so they're going to continue doing it. Right? Now, I understand that you can sit there and go, well, okay, what about if I talk, communicate, and try to find out what's wrong, and then give the person a second chance and say, look, if they apologize then and they say they won't do it again, then I'm going to give them a second chance. Now, I can tell you straight up to go, you know, once a cheater, always a cheater. If someone's going to cheat on you, then they don't deserve to be with you, right? If you have been showing up 100%, you're completely giving love and attention and affection and energy to the relationship, to your life, to everything that you've created, and that other person isn't respecting that, well, that's just showing you your answer there. That's just showing you there's a complete disconnection. A lot of work. If you were to give that person a second chance, man, you got to do a lot of work with that person for them to prove to you that they'll never do it again. That means you need to go see a therapist. That means you need to go see a counselor. That means you need to communicate. You need to have sessions where you're actually talking, rebuilding your relationship, and you have to have that proof in the work that your partner does towards the relationship, so that you get that trust back. Because from now on, you're never going to trust them again. Every time they go out, every time they're doing something, every time you don't hear from them, your mind is going to be thinking, I wonder where they are. I wonder what they're doing. If they're late to come home from work, you're going to be like, I wonder why they're late. Maybe they're seeing someone else, you know, and that is going to, that's going to kill you. It's going to kill your mind. It's going to lower your vibe. It's going to make you feel insecure. It's not going to make you happy. So you need to tune in and say, well, this is weighing me down, and this is not what I deserve in my life, and I deserve to be with someone who loves and respects me for who I am. And if that's not what's happening right now in your life, then you have to get that courage to do your best to try to fix it, communicate, and listen to yourself. Because look, I know that some people can be dealing with their own traumas, dealing with their own insecurities, dealing with their own lack of self-love, that they've completely disconnected from you because of their work. Maybe they're overly stressed and somehow they don't know how to communicate to you that they're not happy. And so in order to numb the pain, they go and cheat on you. Whatever the case may be, but that could be a case. And so you could show up and say, you know, you want to help them heal. You want to help them, you know, be better again. It's up to you to be in the position that you are and to feel within yourself, what do I do? Because it's easy for you to go, well, I've got kids, I've got a family, I've got a house, I've got a mortgage. He cheated on me, she cheated on me, but I don't want to let all this life disappear. So you want to settle and compensate for the fact that even though they cheated, but you've got everything else, that's good enough. So you need to ask yourself the question in your life, are you happy with that? Right? Are you happy to turn a blind eye and say, okay, let them do whatever they want. At least I've got a house. At least I've got kids. At least I've got this life that I've created. And, you know, if I can slowly maybe seduce your partner or communicate with them slowly and tell them, hey, you know, like, I'll be better or whatever it is, find out, communicate. I think that's the one of the biggest things that we don't do because we're afraid, because we don't have that truly respectful relationship and understanding relationship that we have built. We're not open enough, that we don't really know what the other person's dealing with. We don't know what they're suffering with. And if you were to find out the reasons as to why you're cheating, why are you doing that, what's wrong, for them to be able to open up and say, you know what, I'm just not attracted to you anymore. I don't feel the vibe. I need something else to make me feel better. I need to, you know, sleep with someone else so that I'm, you know, I feel better about myself because I'm not attracted to you anymore. Maybe that's just that's what it is. And that's probably one of the hardest things to say. But it's possible that that is true. And if you hear that, well then, you know your answer and you know where you need to go. You know, but again, it's all about you. It's all about tuning into yourself and feeling what you're feeling and trusting yourself, trusting your own energy, trusting your vibes, because you know you the best. You know, don't allow someone else to cheat on you and then tell you that you're confused and that it's your fault, right? Communication is huge. And if you can learn to communicate with your partner and actually have them be open and honest, that would be amazing. But at the same time, if they're cheating on you, then it's very, very highly unlikely that they're going to be honest with you. They don't want to tell you how they feel. You know, if you caught them red-handed, they're going to deny it, most likely, and try to get away with it. You know, so you've got to really, like I said, I keep using the word courage. You've got to show up for yourself. You've got to give yourself permission to say, hey, you know what? I'm going to do what's right for me, and I'm going to put my foot down, right? Because this is your life. You don't deserve to be in a relationship like this for another 10 years until you realize that, hey, you know what? I've had enough. I'm out. When you could have left 10 years ago. Put your foot down, take action now, and do your best. If you feel like trying to heal it, try and heal it. Try and get that trust back. Try and get the relationship back, or maybe it's already gone. Maybe this has been brewing over the last 2 years, you know? So anyway, I really wish you all the best if you're dealing with something difficult like this, but you really, really got to courage to stand up for yourself and do exactly what you know is right for you. Guys, I appreciate you. Don't forget to click that red subscribe button and the notification bell so that you can get notified every single time I upload new content. Tune into my podcast. So many people are tuning in, and there's so many people that I'm getting some amazing feedback. I'm doing more solo episodes as well. And let me know what you want me to talk about. Let me know if you want more solo episodes. Leave it in the comments because I do like to interview a lot of people, but I know that people also like to just tune into me. And some of the solo episodes that I create are like 45 minutes. And so it's a good session of motivation and self-awareness. If you're looking for funny stuff, join me on TikTok. Hans is creating some amazing comedy, my alter ego. If you haven't tuned in, check it out on TikTok. You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter as well. But I just got my new merchandise, which is Luke Mindpower merchandise. The link is in the description below this video. So check it out. It's a great way to empower yourself and remind yourself how blessed it is to be alive and to stay motivated, because sometimes we forget, right? And for example, this shirt I'm wearing, Life Makes Me High, it resonates with me simply because I used external sources, substances to make me feel more confident, such as cocaine and alcohol. And all I need is me to make me high. And it's a beautiful thing. And it's a great reminder, you know, that if we can embrace life for the gift that it is, you know, your blessings will just continue to come in. But I'm here to help you believe in yourself more, become more self-aware and transform your life. If you're interested in taking massive radical action for yourself today, send me an email, lukemindpower@gmail.com. I can't wait to hear from you and help you start your journey to self-discovery, personal transformation and development, and living your ultimate life, living your best life, living the life that you should be living. It's never too late. It's never too late. This is Luke Mindpower. I hope you have an amazing day. Sending you so much love from my heart to yours. Peace. And remember that life makes me high. You're awesome. See ya.